Welcome back, my little PCL Scorpion 72. Today we're going to be taking a look at another KOTOBUKIYA artifact statue in this Superpowers line that they're doing in DC Comics. Superpowers is from the 1980s. There's called Super Friends on the TV show, as well as it got the name Superpowers around the end before it was before it ended back in the 80s. So what they're doing is rendition of those action figures done by Kenner in the old kind of like Kenner style packaging. It's dressed and looking like it's coming from like the 80s, and someone just discovered it in their basement or something, box or whatever you want to call it. So it's to give it that feel like it's an old type of action figure from back in the 80s, and yeah, I like the look of it. It really looks cool. Of course, in the front there, this one is Green Lantern. This time we're taking a look at. I'm not sure if I mentioned at the beginning. It's a 1/10 scale pre-painted statue type figure. Like the one I did, like the review I did of my Superman figure, it's basically a action figure, even though they have the lines of it looking like it's articulated. So I'll go into more detail once we take a look at him inside. A little quick side view. It's pretty much the same like they did with the Superman to make it seem like he's in a blister card packaging. And on the back there, we showcase the other figures that are in this line, as well as a little bit of info. And at the top, they're showing you that you can add them with your Superman. Superman came out about a month ago. We have Green Lantern, and we will be adding the Flash to that roster, as well as Batman and Robin. As I mentioned in my first video, they have numbers listed with question marks, and there are other 3 figures that are remaining that they will have in this first series. Will be also Hawkman, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman should be joining us at a later date. So let's take a look at Mr. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and see what kind of job they've done. Hal Jordan here is actually the first Superpowers I've ever gotten. When I first saw it, I remember walking into I believe it was local Canadian Tire and stuff, and there was on the pegs, and he just like resonated to me. I remember the comic books and stuff of him, so I recognized him right away. I was just shocked that they had an action figure of him. This is a statue of that action figure, and he's posed just the same way he was in the packaging. You could see here all the details of him, and right down to his costume, green and black, as well as down to his boots and everything. He does come with accessory, which is a lantern, which I'm going to show how that works. But yeah, Hal Jordan it's just clean cut the way they did this figure, and it's really impressive. Same thing goes for the back of him with the detail and everything like that, and even down to the lines here, like where the articulation would be. So if all the lines and stuff on this statue makes it look like they could have articulation. I don't know why they don't have articulation. Maybe it's a mandate that they're not allowed to. They're only allowed to do statue renditions of the figure. Who knows? But it would really be cool. I'm sure people will buy them up. Fans like me would definitely buy them if they just redid them, and even if it's in the same scale. I think there was a 5.5 scale they were at in the 80s. I'm sure a lot of people will buy them up. So who knows what their clause and them having this license is, but nevertheless, I'm getting each and every one of these figures, and I just gonna display them because they just look amazing. So now let's get a close up here and take a look at the lantern. So Hal Jordan comes with this lantern here. It's reminiscent and looks exactly like the lantern that was included with the figure when it was released back in the Superpowers line. It has a hole in it and everything like that. It's really nice. I'm sure it might go with some other figures, so who knows. The handle is kind of soft here, so it should be easy to fit into his hand. Alright, so he has one open hand here. So how the lantern works is basically you have to squeeze in a hand. Now it's safe to note that his hand is really rigid and really like, you know, it's really hard, but the handle is soft, so you have to be careful. I managed to get in once and just testing it out here. So yeah, it squeezes in quite fine and he holds it very well. It is a little wobbly, but other than that, it's really well in place. And he said this is the pose you'll get with your Hal Jordan here with the superpower statue. It's too bad. Like I said before, I also would love for them to articulate it, even the head, even to like just kind of change it up a bit with the pose. But that's not the case here. And the other thing is, I think it's rare to get a Hal Jordan Green Lantern where he's not looking at his ring. A lot of his poses tend to have him glancing and looking at his ring. So Hal Jordan should be available at mostly comic book shops and online retailers, and possibly some other retailers that might carry DC merchandise, mainly record stores or video stores and stuff like that, if you decide to order this. If you're a Superpowers fan, I do recommend getting them. There are statues, just mind you, so make sure you know what you're getting. But they are great and do look great on the shelf. And it will look very nice next to the Superman figure as well. So I do recommend getting them. Actually, you know what? Why not show you what it looks like beside the Superman figure in case you guys haven't picked that one up. Alright, so here he is standing next beside Superman. As you can see, they look great standing together next, side by side, of course. And can't wait for the other figures to be coming down the line. I believe Flash is next in line to be showing up in the next week or so. And followed by Batman and Robin that I believe have the same release date. And of course, as you saw on the back of the box, there's about 3 more that they're supposed to be releasing, but haven't been any promo shots or anything like that of these statues yet. But they are, hopefully there will be released, and many more. Hopefully the rest of the line, even to get into Wave 2 or Series 2 of the Superpower statuette Artfx figures. The only thing that's missing from this right now at the moment is villains. So it'll be interesting to see how they tackle the 4 main villains that were released during this time when Superpowers first was introduced, which of course would be Lex Luthor, Brainiac, Joker, and Penguin. So time will tell. Hopefully they're popular enough to keep going, because it would be nice to just get a nice ensemble, even though they're like statues, or I mean, like plastic statues. Like I said, it's great because they're not porcelain, not to worry about them breaking if they do fall off your shelf or wherever you keep them. But it would be nice to have a nice row of these characters based on the Superpower line. Oh, this is Scorpion72 with a review of Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, DC Universe KOTOBUKIYA Artfx statue. That's a mouthful to say. Alright, so until next time, enjoy your toys and keep playing. Ciao, thanks for watching. Bye.